act up and you could get snatched up. That seems to be the theme for this video. Sky Squad, we are indeed back with a new video. If you guys haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button, and join the Sky Squad texting community. It's down in the description down below. We're going to be talking about a preview for the Real Housewives of Potomac. So this is going to be a spoiler video. So beware if you don't want to be spoiled. Simply press mute and continue to watch along. And then also, we're going to be talking about Fallon has a little bit of a warning for Porsha, but is Lauren taking that threat seriously? Was it a threat? That's the question. So we're going to be talking about those two things. It's very much giving act up. You can get snatched up. Okay. Before we dive into that, make sure you guys pre-order my latest book, The Wickedest Wives, book 2 in the series. It's called A Vicious Reality, and it will be out on May 14th. Grab the link in the description of this video or in the comment section. And also be sure to check out my personal channel where we are traveling and giving all types of life advice. Good stuff over there. All right, so listen. There's a clip that's going around for the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8 Reunion Part 3. Now, in this sneak peek, the headline reads, courtesy of our friends over at the Bravo Shade Room, Gizelle believes some of the ladies are responsible for the brawl with Deborah and Kiarna. Two of those ladies being Wendy and Candace. Oh, yes. So I'm going to be giving you guys some intel also from an, I don't know if this was an exclusive from, yeah, it was technically the video as an exclusive from Entertainment Online, ET Online, excuse me. And their headline reads, Candace Bassett breaks the fourth wall. She's calling out the producers. So, all right, here's how it goes. Bravo, which you guys have already seen, had aired a little bit of this during the end of last episode's reunion. All right. Gizelle was asked who she blames for Ashley Darby's friend, Deborah, starting a physical altercation during an event for Gizelle and Ashley's clothing line launch. Now, I want to point out to you guys this. The question in and of itself provides the answer in general. Let me ask it again. Who does Gizelle blame for Ashley Darby's friend, Deborah, starting a physical altercation during an event for Gizelle and Ashley's clothing launch? Is it just me? Okay. I know it's not just me. Okay. So anyway. So then Gizelle says that she blames all those involved in the altercation. Candace, Dr. Wendy, Deborah, Kiarna, who is new to the group, who actually, I think, got it the worst. So Candace says, wow, y'all want me to be friends with this? Like, you want me to make up with this? Basically, the way ET Online is describing it, and the link will be in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. She says this. They say Candace says it, seemingly directing the question off screen to the producers. Now, Mia, I think amongst a couple of other people, are pointing out, especially Wendy, that Wendy had nothing to do with the brawl, and Wendy defends her role in the altercation. Now, Gizelle is adamant that it's Candace and Wendy. Why is Ashley not getting none of the blame? Because low-key, Ashley is the person that brought Deborah to the event, knowing she had smoke with Candace. Now, I've already stated in my previous videos, listen, I believe that Ashley did not know that this woman was going to run up. Okay. But I believe that Ashley knew there was some smoke, brim, and fire there enough to, for me, want to keep them separate. But given that it is Gizelle and Ashley's event, Deborah is coming as a guest of Ashley's because they are friends. So it is likely that you would want your friend there to support you. But Gizelle being asked this question, for me, she's saying, yeah, for this to all end up on TMZ, this is supposed to be about GNA. You need to be looking at your business partner. For your business partner, bringing somebody to the event that is going to be televised. Okay. So while everybody else is getting all this blame, you ain't even looking at your business partner. So after everybody is like adamant that Wendy, Candace is also, we'll get back to Candace, but everybody is adamant that Wendy had nothing to do with that. Gizelle then walks it back. It's very similar to how she had to walk it back when she said, if I said Chris made me go into the room, and then production plays it. Okay. Production played it plain as day for us. Production whispered in Andy's ear, yeah, she did say it. Okay. Just like she had to walk that back, it's the equivalent of putting out an accusation about somebody. It's not the equivalent, that's what it is. It's putting out an accusation about someone, and then all of a sudden, oh, my bad. Okay, not so much. Okay, but the accusation is already now out there, right? You're already putting, and my problem with Gizelle is there is a pattern of behavior. So I'm not, people think, oh, you don't like Gizelle, you don't like Gizelle. No, I'm pointing out patterns, blatant patterns that are being brought to the forefront by the show. She says, but trying to start a business and it being on TMZ for there to be a brawl is disturbing. You should be looking at Ashley. So when then asked by Karen why Candace called Deborah a varmint, I think she means vermin. Gizelle had to tell a vermin. Candace basically says, as she's recounting the night, she says, yo, she rolled up into my face and said, do you have something you want to say to me? Now, I guess at that point, Candace responded and said, somebody get this vermin away from me. So then Andy asked Candace if she would have actually swung the champagne bottle she was holding at Miss Deborah, to which Candace then says she doesn't know. All right. So, talking about popping bottles. Now, here's the thing that I said at the beginning of this season. Before this, I might have said it before the season began, or I at least said it around the time of Erica Mena and everything that blew up with her. With everything that Candace has going on, and as her outside work is beginning to ascend, it to me would have behooved her to remove herself from this show before something happens that drives her into a situation for which she can't come back from, or that damages those other things. So for me, I feel like the smartest play for Candace at this moment, knowing the triggers of this show, would be to remove herself as she has done. Okay? So Candace says, I don't know what I would have done. I know that I turned around and I saw this person lunging at me. And it was this moment right here that kind of I felt it in that moment when she says emotionally, I'm not expecting you all to fight for me, okay? So I am on my own. Now, two arguments could be made in this situation. One is if you got if you got the if you got to be able to if you're going to talk the talk, you also got to be able to walk the walk. A lot of people can say that to Candace and just in life in general. If you're going to talk the talk, you got to be able to walk the walk. That's the way it works out in the streets. Okay. Um, and I'm quite sure, given put in a situation with somebody who's much taller than her, after the cameras have gone down, and this person is rolling up on her, knowing you're in a room with probably a bunch of people who don't even like you, I'm sure that's also got to be an interesting spot to be in as well. So I do think it is best that she removed herself from the situation because I don't think it was healthy. And when it stops being healthy, that's when you really gotta, that's a life lesson right there for any of us. Remove yourself from that situation. All right, speaking of act up and get snatched up, let's talk about Fallon and Porsha. Okay. So shout out to our friends over at Hollywood Unlocked. Okay. Fallon, who is making the rounds, most likely due to the fact that she has a reality show or experience falling for Fallon. I actually want to talk to her about this because I'm just always interested in, the moves that people make in this space. I've got an interview coming up that I felt like is really, 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 really good. Really about learning about how people pivot successfully, especially in the entertainment world. But more on that later. All right. Because your boy be when I'm not on here, I do be working and I be working hard. Sometimes I be working well into the night. Okay. Which is the reason why I'm tired now. But I digress because this ain't about me. Okay. We here to chit chat. All right. So listen, actually, shout out to Chit Chat and QT, who is just always so super supportive on Instagram. I just thought about that. Sending love to you, boo. Anyway, so she's being asked about the situation with Porsha. So for people who are wondering why she's talking about it, well, I'm assuming it's because she's wanting to do press for her new show. And of course, given the timeliness of it, people are going to ask her questions about the Porsha and Simon of it all. So this is why she's talking about it for those of you who are going to ask later. Well, why she even talking about them? I mean, because I know it's going to come up. Anyway, she basically says she's not surprised by Porsha and Simon's divorce. And she kind of insinuated or basically said that she felt like it was a ploy to get back at her. Now, I'm not sure if she was referring to Simon or if she was referring to Porsha, but I'm assuming Simon. Now, when asked about what would happen, if she ran into Porsha, she basically says that wouldn't be a safe scenario. At the end of the day, she knows what she did. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what did she do? I mean, granted, we know she ended up with your man, but it sounds like there is more to the story. So I'm like, well, what is it? Okay. What it is though. What's up? You know? So anyway, moving forward, she says, I wouldn't even put myself in that predicament of even allowing that. I'm a grown woman now. Okay. So at one point, she also indicates it wouldn't be no talking if they were to like if Portia were to try to speak to her or something to that effect. It wouldn't be no talking. Now I'm like, now I listen, I know size ain't everything because the bigger you are, the harder you can fall. But I'm trying to recall who might be a little taller or a little bigger or a little thicker, you know, because in my mind, I'm like, these sound like fighting words to me. Now, I would hope that it never really got it. I hope that it never gets to that point, right? Because I feel like, you know, both ladies got stuff to lose. So why go there now? But I'm like, Fallon, I don't know. Have you seen Porsha in action? Because we have, okay, we have. And yeah, I don't know about it. Anyway, sounds like Lauren don't know about it either because Portia's sister down here in the comments with the laughing emoji. Basically, I take that laughing emoji as again what it is though. What's up? Okay, like act up, you can get what? Snatched up? I don't know. I don't know. Lots of goings on in the streets, y'all. Lots of going on in the streets. I just also want to send a brief shout out to our girl, Dr. Wendy Osefo. You guys keep her in your prayers. Apparently, her home was burglarized while her family was on vacation. Birkins and jewelry and other items were taken. According to TMZ, she released a statement. My family and I are devastated and feel violated by this intrusion. We thank God no one was home. So far, we feel very blessed. Material things can always be replaced. And that is very, very true. So just want to send some, you know, prayers and thoughts to her and her family as they navigate this situation. You know, it's never a good thing to have to experience that. I'm pretty certain. And I just, you know, hope and pray that, you know, they are able to, you know, perhaps have insurance cover those items and that they remain safe. And we thank God for that. Okay. I wasn't even actually going to talk about that story, but I did want to mention it because I did think that if there was something to mention about it, it is that we keep our prayers up for Wendy and her family during this time. All right. So with that being said, y'all, make sure you keep it locked onto the channel. Again, make sure you guys have pre-ordered the book, The Wickedest Wives of Vicious Reality. It's book 2 in this series. It will be out May 14th on Amazon.com. You can get the first book on Amazon.com and you can also read it on Audible. And also be sure to follow me on this Switzerland journey. I am back from the vacation, but I am actually now just getting into the editing of the videos and all of that good stuff. Lots of fun things to discover if you are interested in traveling to Europe, through Switzerland, through Italy. We have got it all for you right here. And please subscribe to that channel. I would love to get that channel to 10,000 by this summer. All right. Goals, y'all. We got these goals in the building. So with that being said, y'all keep it locked onto the channel. Again, we have the interview coming up on Sunday with Carmen from Love and Marriage DC. We are doing the work. All right. And I will catch you guys, of course, in the next video.